Hi everyone, welcome to Caltex Academy. Today we're looking at this exponential question here from Olympiad Mathematics from Russia. So join me and we work together. So we have this question, and what is our first goal for us to do when we have a question of this nature? It's very simple. Our main target here is to make sure that we isolate x here in one location. For now, it is in two locations where we have in the first term and the second term. And how do you do that? It's very easy. So what we have to do is looking at these bases. Since the bases are different, then we have to take this base to the right hand side. So let's rewrite the question here, and we have 2 to the power of x plus 1 minus 3 to the power of 2x equals 0. Now taking this to the other side, we have here 2 to the power of x plus 1 equals 3 power of 2x. Then after reaching here, there is a law of indices that talks about if you have a number of base a to the power of n, and you multiply this number with another number base a to the power of n, this is the same as we maintain one base, then we add the powers together. So from here you realize that we are at x plus 1, meaning we're at this side here. So you need to write something similar to the left hand side of this rule. So doing that, meaning we are going to maintain our base 2 representing a. So we have 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of 1 equals 3 exponent 2x. And we know that 2 to the power of 1 is the same as 2. So we can write this one as 2 times 2 exponent x equals 3 exponent 2x. So having done this, since our goal is to make sure that x is in one location, we can divide both sides of this expression by 2 raised to the power x. And let's do that. So here we'll say divided by 2 to the power of x, also the same thing in the right hand side. And quickly we can cancel this from the left hand side. We're left only with 2 equals. Then before also proceed ahead and realize that, okay, again there is a certain exponential rule that says if you have a to the power of m over b to the power of m, this is the same as a over b to the power of n. So studying this carefully, you will see here that we have x at the numerator and x at the denominator. So we are at this stage here, left hand side, so we need to write something similar to the right hand side where we factor out our x. So therefore we have here 2, let's have 3 from the numerator raised to power the remaining number here, which is 2. So this one becomes 3 to the power of 2 over 2, and we have factored out x. Now what is inside this bracket can be simplified further, where we have 2 square is 9, then over 2 to the power of x. So again, if you wish, you can make this one as a decimal, and let's do that. This is just 4.5 exponent x equals 2. Now at this point, since x is already in one location, what we have to do is we can take logarithm to the base of 10 on both sides. to isolate our x. So we can say taking logarithm to the base 10 on both sides. So here this becomes, from the left hand side we have logarithm to the base 10 of 2 equals logarithm to the base 10 of 4.5 to the power of x. And again, we can see here that, okay, there's a certain power rule that says if you have a logarithm of maybe a to the power of b and bc, we can lower down this power to multiply whatever we have here. So this one becomes logarithm of a to the base of c now times our b. So based on this, let's look at what we have here. X is corresponding to b, and then 4.5 is corresponding to a, and c is our base 10. So looking at that critically, we can lower down our x to multiply logarithm of 4.5. So we can repeat writing our left hand side where we have logarithm of 2 to the base of 10 equals, so this time we have x times logarithm of 4.5 to the base of 10. And here we can now go ahead and divide this by logarithm of 4.5 to the base of 10 to isolate our x. So we can do it at this stage here. If this is x, logarithm of 4.5. By the way, you can also ignore writing this base 10 and just write log 4.5. That is another good option we can write, because this is one of the default bases. So we have here logarithm of 2 to the base of 10. Then we are of course dividing, so let me use a different color to show the division, and we have here. Now on this side we have logarithm to the base of 10 of 4.5. Also here logarithm of 4.5 to the base of 10. And quickly you notice that since we needed the x alone here, the numerator and the denominator of the right hand side will cancel off, and we are left it only from the right hand side x. Then from the left hand side we can get these logarithms of these two numbers. The numerator to 4 decimal places is 0.3010 over the denominator to also 4 decimal place is 0.6532. Then we can also swap this one around and we have x this side. So if we divide this, we will get, let's use our calculator to do that. Okay, we get 0.4608. So we need this to 2 decimal places, and we can approximate it by rounding over, and we have x is approximately to 0.46. Now, are we convinced that this answer is correct? Let's check it out to see whether we're really correct by checking our work. So let's have a checkup here. So we have the question, which was 2 raised power x plus 1 minus 3 raised to the power 2x equals 0. Now let's take the left hand side of this expression. Left hand side is 2 to the power of x plus 1 minus 3 to the power of 2x. This is equivalent to, wherever we get x, we're replacing it by this. So the first one is going to be 2 to the power of 0.46 plus 1 minus 3 to the power of 2, and this multiplies 0.46. Now let's simplify what we have here. This one goes to 2 exponent 1.46 minus 3 exponent, if you multiply 2 and 46, that okay, we have 0.92. Then again, let's simplify using a calculator. Now if you raise 2 to the power of 1.46, what do you get? You get to 2 decimal places 2.75 minus, so also let's raise 3 to the power of 0.92. We get 2.7475, and also 2 decimal places is the same as 2.75. So when you subtract these numbers, you smartly get your 0, and this 0 is equivalent to the right hand side. So since our right hand side, which is this one here, is equivalent to the left hand side, this is that, then we can conclude that okay, our answer 0.46 is a valid one for our question. 2 to the power of x plus 1 minus 3 to the power 2x equals 0. Did you enjoy the video? If yes, give it a thumbs up and share with friends. And then let's meet again in the next video. Peace out.